Hey man, welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge. Hey man, it's Sunday. Hopefully everybody's made it back home safe and sound. I know y'all was crossing time zones and crossing state lines, but let everybody know we on. We got a great show today. It's the couples edition, man. It's the Fire and Ice Chronicles. So let everybody know we on. Share it with a friend. K4L. Let's go.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting y'all gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting y'all gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly. 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We iron elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Run it up, y'all the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it, I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know a Harley did it, I'm real gnarly with it. My ride clean when it bling, I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it, I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lanes riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll it up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey man, again, welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge. Let me say this, let me get it in my system. Y'all know how I roll. I'm just gonna say this. This is my public service announcement for today. I've been hearing about all the stuff on the news. I hear all of it, man. But let me say this, man. Let me say this. Listen to me. The savior of your house is not in the White House. The savior in your house is your house. Damn it. I'm gonna say it out now. Hey, so man, get to work and mind your business, man, and everything gonna be all right. Hey, man, but that's not what we're here for today. We're here for the Iron Elite Podcast Show, the I-10 to the end edition, man. I have my man Redeye and I got Foxxy on. It's the couples edition, man. They just got back to Texas, man. They went across the country, some over 6,000 miles, man, on their motorcycles. And look at them, man. They didn't even scratch each other's face out. So fam, how are you? How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Well, we getting there. I'm getting there.
Hey man, they're so cool. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys been back. How long you guys been back now?
A week.
7 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
A
now.
whole week, man. Y'all trying to act all cool, but I know the first couple of days you were like, oh my God, my bones, my back.
I called in. I didn't even go to work.
Hey, but y'all did y'all thing, man. It was a couples edition. They went across the country, man. They showed us how it was done, and they made it look too easy, man. So I know you guys were extremely prepared. So let me answer this. This was the first. No, let's do this. Okay, let's start all over. first and foremost, let's introduce ourselves. Let's tell the world a little bit about you, if you don't mind. Let's do this.
Okay, you go for it. I'm
Redeye. Well, Will, better known as Redeye. I ride with Rare Breed out of Austin, Texas. I'm a nurse in profession. We got 3 grown kids. That's what makes it possible for us to get out there.
And I'm Foxxy. And I work I'm in education. I'm a teacher. So by trade, I am in the healthcare profession also.
Yeah.
And like he said, we got 3 grown kids. We are empty nesters now, so we have the opportunity to get out and be on the road, and that's why we enjoy doing what we do.
Yep.
And they living their best life.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, it hit a little different because we got grown kids too. Man, it hit a little different when you got them grown kids, don't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't call me about nothing.
I mean, they still call, you know.
Yeah,
they still
call that. They gonna call.
They know we be in the wind. We be gone.
Hey, that's right, man. Y'all live y'all best life. Hey, so family, thank you first and foremost for sharing your ride with us, man. I know there was some tough parts. I know there's some really fun parts. But what I appreciate most of all was you guys' willingness to share it with us, because what you did, believe it or not, are going to make us better motorcycle riders in the long run. And that's really what we're trying to do with this whole social experiment, is each one teach one. So let's take it from the top, if you guys don't mind. Okay. Is this the first cross-country end-to-end ride? Is this the first one? Okay. Obviously. Okay. So what made you want to even do this in the first place? What was the thought process? Hey, you laying in the bed and say, hey, I think we got to ride across the country. Was it that simple, or what was it about it?
I will say that, I've been sitting back and I've been watching other people do it. And so I'm like, I want to do that. Like, we got to do that. That was one of the things on our list. We've been to Cali now a couple of times. We've been to Florida a couple of times, just not from one end to the other. So I'm like, we need to check that off our list. And so we was like, let's do it.
All right. And we ain't gonna Redeye before you take over. Hey, you were Red Breed, man. You already know what time it is, man. Red Breed hey, they gonna ride motorcycles. Am I right?
It's expected.
Hey, man, this was expected. They said that's what they do, man. So you guys got together. Let me ask you this, Fox. Are you in a club?
Well, not anymore. I was a founder of my club. We shut the club down just last year. So I'm an independent rider right now.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, so you guys have been riding motorcycles, say, how many years? What would we say?
Since 06, so what's that? 18, 19 years, somewhere around there.
See, okay.
So we've been riding for a very long time, but I will say that, like, I haven't been really like riding, but over the last maybe 10 years or so, we've now tried to be out there more.
Okay.
So it's so different. We started off with the crotch rockets, and then we evolved into the Harleys, and so it's a whole different ride. It's a whole different.
Don't we all though? I think we all started off on those crotch rockets at one time or another. Hey man, shout out to D Bell. He's on with us today. Shout out to Sonny. She's on with us. Breezy does it. What's good, my man? And love and motorcycles.
Hey.
Okay, that's fam.
That's fam.
That's what's happening. So they've been riding. We're gonna roughly say since 2006. So that's a pretty long time to be riding motorcycles. Started off on crotch rockets. Now we're rocking Harley Davidson. I saw they motorcycles, man. They got good jobs, as y'all guys can tell, because they had good looking motorcycles when they pulled up on us. Man, I was like, okay, they're gonna be all right. So because sometimes, man, I'm gonna say this. We've had over 300 something riders, man. And my wife have got so good at this thing, man. She can look at the bike and go, "Oh, they ready," and she can look at the bike and go, "Oh boy." But y'all weren't one of those guys, man. I'm gonna stop playing around. Y'all weren't one of those guys at all. So from the time you guys decided to make the cross country run to the time you executed the run, what was your prep time to get ready? Was it a month, 2 months, 3 months?
I want to say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It wasn't.
Oh, wow.
Well, we talked about it. We just didn't set it in stone.
Oh, okay.
And then it probably was about a good month, maybe 5 weeks after we was like, all right, now we're doing this for sure.
Okay, for sure, for sure. So y'all, of course, y'all are going across in March. So
Yeah.
in March, let's be honest, in March you can have 4 seasons. So
We
tell
do.
me about it, and either one of you guys can talk about it. What was our preparation phase? What were some of the things that we put together as a husband and wife team to start preparing for this ride across the country?
Well, we
Go
made
for
sure
it.
we had our wet weather gear, our cold weather gear. We knew we weren't gonna need too much shredded gear like when it's hot outside, but we just got all the gear we can have for the ride and for every season you're gonna come across. You can't do nothing but prepare for the worst.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So we're talking rain suits, heated suits.
Yep, and we
Uh,
got a riding suit.
Mhm.
right, right. So what kind of riding suits do you guys use?
I don't even remember my name brand. I got mine off Amazon, and this is the first
Okay,
time I actually wore it
Yeah.
okay,
for any ride. I
cool.
never wore it before. I would just be straight jeans before, but this time I highly recommend it.
Okay, so the riding suit versus I know some of my riders, and we've had plenty of riders. We have riders who've gone across in just jeans and chaps, and we've had riders who went like the Bells. They go across in the climb suits. I use California heated gear. As a matter of fact, when I ride when it's not cold, I take the inserts out the suit and I use it as a riding suit,
Mhm.
specifically the pants, because I find that it's more comfortable. I have more room versus riding in jeans where you got heat and rain and humidity. Humidity. Did you guys have a better riding with riding suits versus riding with jeans?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
it was definitely less laundry that I had to do.
Facts. That's a big one. Facts.
Yes.
Yeah. You can pack a lot lighter when you're riding with a riding suit. And oh, by the way, you take it off, you just kind of sit in the sun, let it deodorize itself, and you're off and rocking.
Dust it off and
Okay.
keep on going.
Yep.
Facts. So, okay, so let's say rain gear. Was it a particular rain gear that you guys use or you prefer?
Actually, the pants with the suit that we wear are all weather. So we just
Okay.
wore those throughout for all the
Okay.
weather, rain, cold, and whatever. And then we both have rain. Well, I think you wore your leather
I wore my
jacket.
leather jacket, and that was good to
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Well,
So he thought.
I didn't get wet, but
Okay.
the show got heavy.
We're gonna talk about the gear. We
Yeah.
saw a couple of times. I saw what the socks did. But we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so riding suit is the preferred method. Say things like helmets. Any particular helmet that you guys enjoy riding?
I mean, we both have modular helmets, 2 different brands that we have, because we like to lift them up, be able to get some of that good air, close them down when we need to. So we like the modular helmets; they work for us.
Okay, good to go. So modular helmets, Bluetooths. Do we use a particular type of Bluetooth that we enjoy?
Oh yeah, the Center S50 or 50S, whichever one that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta have that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Actually, I still use the Center 30K, and I have the Cardio Pack Talk, but I for some reason that Cena it lasts so much longer for me, and it just sounds so much better when you're talking on the phone. The Pack Talk is a great Bluetooth when it comes to music. Are you guys a big time music listeners on the road, or intercom?
Well,
We ain't talking at all.
when we travel,
No,
we talk to each other.
Okay, on the intercom.
Which
I would say we talk all day
the
long.
whole time. You hear me?
What you doing?
So, part of what we had happen, one of our first mishaps on the trip was my center had went out. One of the earbuds had went out. So we had to find a cycle gear to replace that. And so the very first one that we stopped at, they didn't have one to replace it with. So we had to go, I think it was in Pensacola, where we found the other cycle gear, and thank God for the warranty, and they replaced it for me. So that was good.
That's what's up. That's the cool thing about cycle gear. That's why a lot of us we get our gear from cycle gear, because we know that cycle gear is from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they don't give you a hard time about replacing equipment that goes out or whatever like that. So I will say that about Psychic Gear, man. Shout out to them guys. Now, let me see. I knew D-Bell say Pack Talk Edges are better than the bowl night and day. Hey, D-Bell, all of us ain't got a lot of money like you, man. D-Bell, hey, that's my factory experiment guy. D-Bell will tell me what everything is, and then I just go behind D-Bell and buy what he buys. So I save myself a bunch of headaches, man. Him and Sonny, man, they got the best of the best when it comes to gear, when it comes to getting across this country. So, okay, so modular helmets. We got our Bluetooths. We got something that works for us. I would say probably the average Bluetooth setup, where we're talking about 10 hours of continuous talk. About 10 hours. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other special equipment that we need to talk about that you guys used?
No, other than cameras.
Okay. So let's talk emergency roadside equipment. I know you had some. So talk to me, Howard. What do we pack? Because we know yourself and the wife, we're getting ready to go across country, and we know things are going to happen on the road. What are some things that you pack normally for roadside emergencies on the bike?
Well, definitely gonna have all the tools that Harley use. It ain't but certain about 5-6 tools really. So you just gotta have those. You know what I'm saying? Then for me, I carry an extra shifter, linkage. What else I carry extra? The little knobs on the shifter. I can't think of those. The little pedals. Extra one of those. Tire kit that came in handy.
Facts.
Air pump.
Yes, sir.
Flashlight. What else?
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Charger, battery charger, maybe.
Nope, we didn't have one of those.
You didn't have a battery charger. Okay, but you definitely have a tire repair kit. You have roadside emergency stop tools, flares, shifter linkage. And let's say this, man. And y'all let me know if you agree with this. Look, I don't care how new your bike is. Buy an aftermarket or buy an upgrade shifter linkage and shifter lever, because if you're riding the way that we ride in this whole Iron Elite get out, you're gonna miss the shifter linkage and shifter lever is gonna go bad pretty quick on you. They're not the best, so take the new one off, have it as a spare, and go buy you a better one. What do you guys think?
Definitely.
Mine is still the stock one, so.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, you can rock out on them for a little while, but they're gonna go on you.
Yeah.
And when they go, zip tie alley, and
that's why
they go. Yeah, and if you don't have zip ties and something to put this thing together,
definitely gotta have zip ties.
Yeah, there's towing service. Yeah, that's towing service. Yeah. So, okay. So we got the roadside emergency side. Shout out to Breezy Does It, man. My man always rocking with us, man. And by the way, for my Facebook listeners, my Facebook viewers, we're only going to hang on Facebook probably for another 2 or 3 minutes. So if you guys would be so kind, open up another tab and go over to YouTube. Sarge Life and Motorcycling is where we'll be at for the remainder of the show for the Iron Elite podcast show. It's the Fire and Ice Chronicles, man. We're on with our couples edition today, and we're talking I-10 to the end, the good, the bad, the ugly. So, okay, so roadside equipment, we got equipment comment on what we're rocking, what we're wearing, helmet, riding suit is what we got. Okay, along with tools and roadside emergency, do you guys use any type of things like a backup for like recovery service? Do you anything like AAA or anything like that?
Yep, we got AAA.
Okay. Plus, you got a cheat card, man. You got the Empire. The Empire's all the way across the country. Yes. On the 10, man. They everywhere. They get on my nerves, man. They took up so many of my patches, man. So shout out to Red Reed, the Empire, man. Those guys were getting after it. So obviously, you got a network. You got a network. You got a towing service as well with a AAA or Good Son. Is that what you guys use? Something like that?
Yeah, AAA if we have to.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, so now we're ready to rock and roll. So we've taken care of the roadside emergency stuff. We've taken care of the equipment. We've taken care of our recovery stuff. Anything else that we needed to have to prepare ourselves for the ride, as far as the bike is concerned, anything at all.
As far as the bike, nope. You do your checks on it as best you can, and then just say your prayers up that the bike does what it's supposed to do.
Make sure
Okay,
your tires
right on.
good, oil change.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
the
sir.
pre-maintenance before a long trip.
Yes, sir. New shoes on the ride if you would be so compelled to do so. I always tell my riders, it's probably a good thing to go ahead and put new tires on the bike. If your bike, if those tires have got a decent amount of miles on them, just go ahead and put new tires on it. It's not always because the tread wear of the tires. Sometimes it's because of the road conditions on the 10. There's a lot of construction that are going on, and they'll make a decent tire bad fast. Is that fair?
Oh,
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah. So, okay. So, hey, man, shout out to K4L. K4L, man, he's actually the writer, producer, and artist, man, on the Harley Up theme song. Hey, man, let me just say this, man. I'm going to say this real quick. It's amazing how many people say, hey, Sarge, that Harley Up song, it says a lot of things about you. I don't know what to say, man. Sometimes the people that's closest to you know the least about you, man. But K4L out of Los Angeles, California, he actually did the Harley Up theme song for me, man. He's been waiting for me to do this song for a long time. Last year, we finally got together and was able to collab, man. And he put this thing together for me, man. It's fire. I'm so proud of the song. Yeah, it's a great song, man. And he's my dude, man. So I'm gonna leave that right there, man. Can't wait to do the side beat to the song, my guy. So, okay, so fam, okay, so we got all that stuff together. Okay, so let's talk about, because I know y'all look healthy in great shape. Y'all look like you're in great shape. So for the ride, did y'all do anything, say, physically to prepare yourself for such a long ride like this?
I mean, no, not really. I think for us, we never really stopped riding. Like we're in Central Texas, so it's never too bad out to where you can't ride your motorcycle. So I think we pretty much ride year round, which kind of helps kind of stay in that condition of just getting out there and riding.
Ride shape.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yep.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because Foxxy, I saw you on the road a few days ago. You were going somewhere out there. I said, man, she can't sit down for nothing. Just got home, man, and she getting it. So, hey, so bless your heart, man. Hey, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay, so you guys are okay. We getting ready to rock and roll because we got to come from. I guess we're from around the Killeen, Texas area, or are we from a different place?
No, we're like
20
minutes from Killeen.
Okay, so we're in that area. So from there to Jacksonville is what, about 1,000 or a little over 1,000?
1,060, I believe, something like that.
Okay, so you had to do 1,060. That didn't even count. That didn't even count.
We felt it though.
Yes.
Yeah. To come on down to Jacksonville. So we get to Jacksonville. You guys came down on a Saturday night. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you came down on a Saturday night, you spent the night, and then your launch time was what? 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Okay, so before we get into it, for everybody that's on Facebook, we're getting ready to end the Facebook feed. If you come over to YouTube, Sarge Life and Motorcycle, the YouTube channel, we'll be on for the remainder of the show. So Facebook family, we're getting ready to end this right now, so hang tight. 3, 2, 1. We're done.
Come on to YouTube.
Okay. Hey, sorry about that, folks. So now we're on YouTube, so we can get it in now. We can talk about what we need to talk about. Okay, so we're in Jacksonville, some 7 a.m. Sunday morning. We getting ready to rock and roll. So we're looking at it that morning, and you guys and us, we met you guys, man. It was a great time. Y'all were smiling and feeling so good about yourself. And then when it was time to take off, what did you see behind you, Foxy? What did you see?
Well, okay, listen, let's just backtrack to the night before, okay? So we get to the hotel, you know, a little bit late. So that's why I messaged you and was like, hey, let's push it back an hour, you know, so we can get a little bit of rest. And then for some reason, the Weather Channel was on and it said how much rain was getting ready to come through starting at 7:00 that morning. And we said, well, God dang, like, why did we push it back? We should have just left it, you know, at 6 a.m. So we're like, okay, it is what it is, but the storm was coming and we already knew it going into it. So yes, when we got there to meet you guys, the lightning was clapping in the background and the thunder, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Hey, can I say this? Can I say? Hey, when we were done. I saw the lightning and the thunder, and I saw you look back. I said, whoa. I said to the wife, I said with the wife, we left y'all pulled out. I say, I know she ain't really biting. She ain't in the mood.
Hey, and it got ugly from there.
Yes.
You guys got baptized coming out the gate. Am I correct?
Yes.
Before we got on the highway.
Yes.
Man, we saw y'all jump. You guys came down Stockton Street. You hit the ramp and shot I-10 West, and it was like, boom, the bottom fell.
Yes.
Hey, the wife said, ooh, boy.
I said the same thing.
Man, it was pouring down. For those that don't know, it rained so bad that Sunday. It really came down. So you guys took a butt whipping from Jacksonville. How long did you have to go in the rain like that? Was it a whole entire panhandle?
Mostly till Pensacola. You know, we'll get an hour in the rain, we'll get 30 minutes out. We'll get another hour in the rain, we'll get 30 minutes out, all the way to Pensacola.
Hey, check this. Let's see.
Hey, that just shows you how our day has been going already since 7:30 this morning.
Hey, Redeye, remember this?
All right. What time is it? Time to get it.
Time to get wet. What Polo say? Once you get wet, you can't get no wetter. Damn sure feel like you can, no.
All right, y'all, we're about to hop back on and try to get out of Florida. All right, peace.
Hey, y'all took a whooping, man. I'm telling you, I was like, wow. But you know, it is what it is out there. And I'm gonna tell all my viewers they're gonna be doing this cross country trapping. You have to be prepared for 4 seasons. You can't be a person that's afraid to deal with weather because you just can't do it. Is that fair, folks? Is that fair?
Oh yes.
You got to be.
I must say, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have quit a couple of times on this ride. But because I have him in my head, you know, giving me those words of encouragement, I was able
that we call
to push through. Because at one point, it got so dark outside. It was 8:00 in the morning, and it looked like it was 8:00 at night. Like, it got so dark. And then the rain just started coming down and the road got to shifting and I couldn't even see in front of me at all. And I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. Like, this is about to be the time. And then, of course, you know, we got through that and it cleared up a little bit and then it came back.
You know, and for everybody who's going to be coming up for my riders, I have some 12 riders that get ready to be coming out the gate starting next weekend. The Panhandle, because that warm water that's coming off the Gulf of Mexico, there's a lot of rain on the Panhandle. Always. There's always rain. So prepare yourself from now, basically, I'm going to say it to September for the rain. It's just going to rain back there. When it gets rainy, it gets very dark back there. You know, the road conditions are not the worst, but the rain can be very irritable. Is that a fair, okay.
Yeah.
Rain and wind.
Okay,
ran through the outskirts of a tornado or something, man.
You guys actually got it as bad as I've seen it in a while.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
You got it pretty bad. Yeah, I've seen it bad, but you know, it's not bad like that. Is like it was for you guys coming out the gate. So God bless you guys, and I'm gonna say this, man. it told me that you guys had skills. You had skills and you had experience to be able to traverse what you had to do to be able to make it through the weather. Because you seemed like you were doing really well when I was tracking you on. I think we were on Light 360. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was tracking you, y'all wasn't giving up no miles an hour. Y'all was still getting it now. I saw you. I ain't gonna even tell everybody how fast you was going, but you were doing. You were obeying all traffic laws. but you were giving no ground up. So the first day coming out the gate, fam, other than the weather, were there any other things that a rider coming behind you need to know about that first day coming across the Panhandle? Road conditions or anything else was a problem?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, road conditions, construction along the way. But we stopped to get gas in Oak Harbor, and there was no gas. Like neither gas station there had any gas at all. So we had to go down the road some more to get
Here we go.
gas.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. I know it was. There we go.
Oh wait, yeah, that's
There's no
not
gas,
Oak Harbor
y'all.
though.
No gas.
Click. No gas at all, huh?
Yeah, no, that's another time right there.
Well,
that
that's
you're
another
showing.
time. Okay,
Yes.
so hold up. We're gonna remove that for a minute. We're gonna hold up. So you were saying, finish your thought, please.
So yeah, in Oak Harbor, that was somewhere in Florida. I don't even know exactly where we were at, but we stopped there for gas, and the entire gas station, they didn't have any gas. So we had to go down the road some more, but I think we went a little bit further than just a few miles down the road, because this one here, he don't like to stop once we get on the road, like we gonna go.
Oh, he already told us he tanked the tank.
Yes.
A little too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
So Oak Harbor, I've never heard of that. That must something really small.
I don't remember.
Was it close to Pensacola or close to?
It could have been. It could have been close to Pensacola.
Okay.
We were just trying to get out of Florida. That was our mission, was to just get out of the state of Florida.
Okay.
Then we had a wreck right there at the tunnel right there going into Mobile, getting out of Pensacola.
Yes.
When you pass traffic on the bridge
right there.
and get here to a tunnel and can't go nowhere.
We didn't split lanes, but we sure rode that shoulder for a long time.
What was going on with that?
A cop car ran into the back of a truck or something. Right there in the tunnel.
So that's right there that's right there in Mobile then.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Right after you come off the long bridge.
So a police car runs into
a Dodge Ram.
Wow.
So that set us back a little bit.
Yeah. Wow. Right before, man, thank God it wasn't in the tunnel, man. That'd just
no, it was in the tunnel.
It was. It just wasn't a bad wreck like that where they had to worry about the smoke and fire and all that.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at right there. I know exactly.
Yeah, it was in the tunnel, and there was cars on the. I guess there's like a service road that you can go into the tunnel. People were backing up backwards.
The truck those that can't go in the tunnel.
Yeah, people were backing up backwards down the exit ramp to kind of go back around. Like traffic was backed up for miles right there.
Yeah. So that set you guys back for a while, huh?
A little bit.
Okay.
We passed all them cars up. We didn't wait in line.
Okay, because motorcycles, we do what we do.
Yes.
So and we're gonna take the trash lane or whatever lane we need to take. If we can't take no more. So so now we're Jacksonville, Mobile. How far did we go on that first day? We shut it down in where? In
Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge. Okay, so we shut it down in Baton Rouge. So if my math is mathing, at this point, we're probably close to 600, probably a little under 600 on the first day. Am I correct?
I don't even know. I didn't even do the math.
Yeah, I think Baton Rouge. Yeah, I think Baton Rouge. And I'm gonna just tell everybody out there, man, shout out to DJ Redeye. She said hello to everyone. She's in there. Okay. Oh, by the way, for the ones that don't know, my wife also, she's the resident DJ in the household, man. So she do a thing and she keeps the turntables turning for us here. And she does some other work on the side. So that's the wife? Yeah, that's the wife. So I'm thinking a little under 600 miles. I'm thinking torrential rain, traffic accident. Man, you guys have had a heck of a day.
Yes.
Day one.
Wow. So at this point, we're tired. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Getting there.
because this was
Yeah.
day. We took 2 days to get to Jacksonville, so about this now is day 3 for us of being
Altogether.
on the road.
Okay.
And we didn't make it to our goal. I actually wanted to make it to Houston.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
After all
Yeah.
that rain,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
This man has some unrealistic goals, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
you got to aim high.
Hey, Fox, I ain't gonna lie. When he said Houston, and I'm looking at the watch, because I know these things, man. I'm just saying nothing, and I said, "Okay, you want to go to Houston?" I'm like, "Damn, they're gonna be there late." But you don't say nothing because at the end of the day, everybody got their thing and how they
Right.
want to rock. Sometimes I hear him say some crazy stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna do San Antonio. I'll be like, okay, okay, but okay, So Houston was a lofty goal. Baton Rouge, I think, was legitimate compared to what you guys had to deal with. I had you pegged when you said Houston. I actually had you pegged for Beaumont. But to me, Baton Rouge is probably a pretty good. Baton Rouge is probably a pretty good sit down, man. At this point, ain't no sense of pushing it and doing nothing crazy. So we get into Baton Rouge. What time? Yeah. D Bell told me 600 miles. Okay, but D Bell, when we went, matter of fact, I rode back last year. It was me, D Bell, Sonny. We rode back from Baton Rouge and we got caught in rain. I want to say once we got to the Panhandle, man, that was miserable, man. I was gonna quit, but I couldn't embarrass myself in front of the Bells, man. So I had to push on. So we get there. We get there in Baton Rouge. What time did we get to Baton Rouge that night?
Probably about 5, 6-ish. It was not too late in the evening.
So it was okay. It was good. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We were trying not to do nighttime riding. Like that was a goal that we kind of was like, okay, let's try not to do that. Yeah, but that didn't work out. But we tried to limit the nighttime riding.
Understandable. I'll night crawl, but I try not to because I know visibility just gets kind of ugly out there.
Yes,
it gets kind of ugly. So okay, so fair enough. Okay, so we get into Baton Rouge. So what's the plan? What's the plan of attack for day 2? What we're doing?
So again, like I said, someone said unrealistic goals. He was saying we could go from Baton Rouge to, what'd you say? Las Cruces? No, Tucson.
Oh.
Said, what?
Oh well now. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. We're not doing that.
I hadn't ate all day. My blood sugar probably was low. Wasn't
It
thinking
was
right.
very low.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't thinking right.
Well.
Until she said, you plan on crossing Texas and going all the way there in Arizona?
Hey, you a bad mofo, man.
I was like, nah, we're not doing that. Like,
Bruh.
no, let's go get some food. Let's
Bruh,
eat.
from Beaumont to El Paso is a day. That's a day, homie.
A strong day, too. A strong day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so so day 2, we jump out and go. We had big goals. And for everybody out there, let me just put it this way. Texas is never ending, man. Texas should be its own. Texas should be its own country. Texas is not a state; it's a country, man. It literally takes from tip to tip, from east to west on 10. It literally takes a whole entire day to go across Texas. Is that right, fam?
Yes.
You're talking some over 900 miles.
Yes.
To go end to end. So my man Howard, he got goals. He's trying to tell me, and he's talking about Baton Rouge. So he still got to go through Lake Charles. He still got to hit the Texas state line.
San Antonio, El Paso, Las Cruces.
Okay. So take us through it, day 2. What we do? How we get out?
So we come back to reality and we say, no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Oh, we went to the opposite spectrum.
So from day 2, we left Baton Rouge and we made it to San Antonio. That's where we end up landing in San Antonio for the night.
which was
Nice
a good
little
run.
short ride.
Which was
Yeah.
that was a very good run. It was a solid run.
Yes.
So going from Baton Rouge to San Antonio, what was the construction looking like? What did the roads look like?
Oh,
Beaumont sucked, of course.
yeah.
Big time,
They've been working on Beaumont seemed like a decade.
bruh, since we were babies. Since we were babies, bro. Yeah.
And so, I mean, Beaumont was Beaumont. Houston traffic, wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad going to Houston traffic, but I feel like
And this was on a Monday.
the
This
whole
was on a
time.
Monday, right?
yes,
Because this was on a Monday.
yes.
Yep.
Wow. What time did y'all hit Houston? Did y'all hit it in the evening?
No, it was more around like noon.
Yeah, noon, 1
1
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right around
Okay.
lunchtime when we flew through there.
Okay. Well, folks, let me say this, man, because they being modest now. They hit it lunchtime. I'm telling you, going through Houston, if you get caught in Houston
Oh.
doing evening rush hour, it'll make you want to turn around and go your ass home.
Yes.
It will. Houston will break you down like a two-piece. I ain't even to you. And God help you if it's an accident. You will sit out there in that hot Texas sun forever. So y'all went through at lunchtime, so y'all were able to kind of get through a little bit. Am I correct?
Yes, yes. We got lucky with that.
Oh yeah, y'all did, man. Because if y'all would have been a few hours later, bro, y'all wouldn't have made it to San Antonio. I'm gonna tell you that now. Okay, so we said bad construction in Beaumont. There's a lot of construction coming into Houston. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. And we're soldiering on. Any other issues the second day on our way to San Antonio? Any problems?
No, that was actually a pretty good day. Like the weather was nice. It didn't start out too cold when we left, and the sun was out. We didn't have any rain that day, so that was a really good day. Day 2 was good.
Okay, good stuff. So what did we make San Antonio? What was the time?
4 o'clock. 4
Okay.
p.m. It was early.
Okay, so y'all clowning now, then y'all just having a good time then. Would y'all get in the pool at the hotel and chill out?
Well, actually we went to his brother's house in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we stayed. That's when I texted you and told you, hey, we're gonna get off for a little bit. We
Right.
went to his brother's house, and he actually took us out for dinner that night. So that was a nice, relaxing day for us there.
It was a free meal and free house. It was great.
Hey, boy, right on. Hey, I'm telling you, I-10 to the end, man. If you got a network out there, the coolest part about this ride on the Iron Elite Facebook page, we have a lot of I-10 ambassadors. Low Key, Sharif, all those guys, man. GQ, all those guys that support us. Big Country out of Phoenix. We got a big time network out there. Take advantage of it, man. Low key, man, he takes care of me every time I come across into Houston. Now he say he live in Houston, but God dang it, man, it take them an hour to get to his house from Houston. He way out there on the bypass. Is that where y'all took the bypass out there? Am I correct?
I don't think so. We just stayed on 10.
Oh, y'all was right there in Houston then. Okay.
Yeah, we went through the thick of it.
Yeah. We stayed on.
Okay. So we get to Houston. No, y'all kept pushing. Y'all just ate in Houston.
Yeah, we went through Houston and stopped in San Antonio for the night.
Okay. So San Antonio, we wake up the next morning. What time we took off, and what was the next day's goal?
We took off at 5 in the morning with the plan to make it to Tucson.
Okay.
It was 40 degrees that morning.
Tucson, doable, but it's still a
long day. But it's like you said, it's doable. It's a long day, but it's doable.
But we kind of knew we were going to have at least one long day. Our goal when we left was to get to California by a certain day. And so we knew within that we were going to have a long day there. And so, when we left San Antonio that morning, it was like 30, 40 degrees. It was cold. It was cold.
Very cold.
Did we have to plug in?
Oh, plug in. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Yes. We weren't trying to be Grizzly Adams on that thing. We went in and plugged in at 30 degrees.
Yes. You got to be. And layered up. Plugged in and layered up.
Nice layers. Okay. So what we're talking about for the folks that are listening out here that are getting ready to make this ride, that let's break it down when we talk about plugging in and layer up. And any one of you guys can take this. Kind of explain to us how y'all suited up and how y'all prepared for that kind of ride.
I started out with my long johns, then my heated pants, then my riding pants. Same with my tops. You know, I got a long sleeve shirt, generally a hoodie or something. My heated jacket, then my leather jacket. You know, so we're pretty much layered up, and I will plug in. I just don't cut on all the time because I get hot easy.
Yeah, it gets really hot. Yeah,
she will cut on if she plugging in. It's going on.
Why not?
I don't care what temperature it is. If she plugging in, it's on. You know.
Why not?
I always tell her because when you get cold, you have nowhere to go if you already got it on. So I don't want to cut mine on until I actually get cold.
Right.
And so, but that didn't take long that morning.
Yeah.
I say about 10 miles. I'm like, boop, 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 boop.
Hey, is one thing about me plugging in, man. It is a dire mercy before I plug in.
Oh,
I try my dangest not to plug in. Once I plug in, man, that's the line. I can't take it no more. I'm done. But before then, I always have to have, okay, I'm gonna work through it because my hope is the sun is gonna come up and it's gonna warm up a little bit because I always think when I get too warm, it's too comfortable. It's too easy to want to take a nap and get too relaxed on the bike. Do you guys feel that way, or Foxxy though? She don't give a damn. She gonna be comfortable.
Well,
I don't like to get hot.
For me, there was many challenges that morning. Cold, dark, construction.
Right.
And there was lots of traffic out at that time of morning. We were like, where are all these people going? So I had a lot of stuff going on early that morning. I did not like it.
Okay. So I mean, but did it warm up pretty quickly on that stretch? Oh wow, it stayed cold, huh?
Yeah, it got warmer probably about 11:30, 12 that day, and we left 5 that morning.
Wow.
So it was cold.
Wow.
That first gas stop, I just needed to defrost some.
Right. Okay.
And I think because it being cold, it kind of threw us off a little bit. It threw our game off a little bit. That's why we kind of had, I think, some of the issues that we had going on that day because it didn't just kind of kept happening.
Okay, so we know we use heated suits. Do we use heated gloves and some type of heated socks? Do we use special socks, or we just man and woman it out when it comes to the foot or hands?
Man, we ordered some heated socks.
Yeah.
And which brand was those?
They were from Cycle Gear. I can't remember the brand.
I can't remember them, but when I got them, I'm like, bro, these ain't gonna fit my feet. They look like some little mittens sewed on and some other mittens or something. I'm like, so we have to send them jokers back. And then we tried to order a larger size, and
they were out.
They were out. So we didn't want to man up and warming up, but that's
you just had to do what you had to do. Because people tell me the wool socks. Hey, D-Bell, if you on, tell me the socks, man. D-Bell put me on game.
Yeah, D-Bell all on game.
I know they wear those wool socks that I think him and Sonny have told me those things work really, really good on your feet. Me, I normally just, y'all don't laugh at me, man. I'll wear some church socks and then I'll put on some more like cotton, layer socks. And normally I do decent on my feet, but what gets me is the hands. Homie, I just get, anybody have hand issues? I have hand issues, man.
Yes.
Do y'all have problems with that?
Oh, yeah. And that was another part of my problem because I put on thicker gloves. And so with the thicker gloves, it's kind of harder to, control the bike or feel like you're in control of the bike. So, all those things laid on top made for a very uncomfortable ride for that first part of the ride.
Right. Does anybody have heated grips?
Nope.
I got heated grips on the Limited. I'm going to tell you now, put it out there. For all y'all who buy Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limiteds, and y'all fall for the heated grips, man, stop playing. That ain't got nothing to do with your damn knuckles. You won't feel them heated grips until it's hot. Hey, wise cold, you don't feel a damn thing until you get hot outside. Then your hands get hot in the mud. Don't fall for the okie doke. Your hands going to be cold, man. Make sure you got good heated gloves that you play. Yeah, because it ain't gonna help you, homie. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, good. Let's push on. So We're in San Antonio. We stop in San Antonio. You tell me what time, about 4 or 5, you said?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so we're there at 4. We jump in the pool because we're relaxing because y'all playing now. Y'all just bullet jabbing. So what time do we get up that morning? So we're on Tuesday morning now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Tuesday morning, what time do we get up and what's our leg now? What we get ready to do?
We get up at 4 in the morning with planning on kickstands up at 5 in the morning from San Antonio to Tucson.
Yeah.
Okay, did we make it?
Nah.
We got close.
Man. Yeah,
we got close.
Well, so on this leg is where we had
all of our problems.
All of our problems on this day here. So we started out cold. We get to Junction. That's where we defrosted at in Junction for a little bit. We gassed up in Junction. And then from there is when we almost ran out of gas on this part of it. This is what you call
so
the gauntlet.
it wasn't at this time. Was it at this time? Let's see.
Yeah.
Was it this time?
Yeah, this time.
Junction was the last time we got gas. That's why that was the problem.
Yeah, this time right here.
Okay, so this is the time we're clowning for real.
Well, this time where we at right here is in what was it called?
That was Bakersfield.
Okay, so this is a different time.
No, this is the time we got lucky. It's all the time. We filled up in Junction, and it looked like we should have got gas in Ozona.
Yes.
But my tank was looking good at the time. I'm just out here vibing, and we kept on going. All my fault, not hers. We're from Texas, so we should know better.
Y'all should know better, man. Y'all Texans, man, you should know better, homie.
Yeah, I mean,
because you did have a spare gas can on the bike, did you?
No.
Oh,
we living on a prayer.
Yeah. Hey, because what we tell everybody, for everybody that's tuning in with us today, that from San Antonio, or we'll say from Bernie, Texas, which is just a little west of San Antonio, it's kind of like a suburbs of San Antonio, from Bernie to El Paso, we affectionately call that in our elite family. We call that the gauntlet. And it's affectionately called the gauntlet because it's very, very rural. A lot of desert, a lot of open space. The speed limit is what, 80 miles an hour?
I think so.
I think back there is 80 miles an hour. Gas stations are few and far between. So when things go wrong back there, it's amplified to the 10th degree. Is that fair, family?
Oh, yeah.
Very fair.
I think I was almost going to have a panic attack.
Oh wow. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So we leave Junction and we're on the road and we're cruising. He got cruise control set at not that. Yeah, we rode back there rolling
at a speed.
At a speed that it'll allow you. And I started seeing the signs and I'm like, okay, I saw Ozuna and I'm like, I remember seeing that on somebody's list. Like, we probably should have stopped there, but we missed that exit. So I'm like, okay. So I started seeing these signs to Flagstaff, and I'm like,
Fort Stockton.
Fort Stockton. And I'm like, them miles and my miles, the math ain't mathing. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it there. And so now I'm like, okay, let's slow down a little bit so that I can maybe preserve some of this gas in this tank.
Did you turn down the music?
Well, we didn't have no music.
We turned on the music when we were about to run out of gas.
So I'm like, we're not gonna make it. And in my mind, I've already got these scenarios of, who's gonna go where to do what when we have to pull over because it's about to happen.
Right.
She was overreacting because yes, her mileage wasn't adding up quite. It might have been like 45 miles to Fort Stockton. Hers might have said 48. That's close.
Okay.
But it's there. Mine, on the other hand, says 0. I got a digital gauge. That joker says 0 there. Remaining miles, 0. And I'm not even panicking. She panicking. She's all like, "Oh, we're gonna run out of gas. We got gas." And I'm like, I'm trying to keep a good mind because there's nothing else I can do. We can just keep on rolling. I'm watching these miles just tick, and I'm steady. Like, all right, the bike feel good. Keep on rolling. And after about 21 miles, I start wondering because I got an extended tank on my bike. So I actually have a 6.7 gas tank. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how far in the empty I can go. I thought I was gonna find out that day. But we made it. We started this one little gas station and probably was celebrating like we was in somebody's church and caught the Holy Ghost. At least I was.
Happy times are here again.
Hey, I told you he was gonna make it. We pull up there, you know. I go on and fill up. I get gas, and then she go to pull up behind me because there's only 2 pumps. One pump already got a sign say don't have no gas. Then she pulled up to go get some, you know, some premium. Yeah, I used every drop of it.
Oh, so you use all the gas?
I used all the premium. You know, you just have to throw some of that regular in there. Hope for the best.
Yeah, do what you got to do. Yeah, for a minute.
And this gas station was not even on the map.
No.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. So we're a little stressed. We're getting tense. We ain't breathing because we're trying to save gas mileage. And then you pulled up into the gas station. Did y'all play a song like this? Let's do this. Hey, well, you know everything gonna be all right. Hey, because if y'all would have ran out of gas on the side of that road, I'm just telling you this, bro. She would have looked at you and say, you know, my mama told me I never should have married you.
Hey,
everything would have been your
like
fault.
We already ran out. She was talking like we already ran out. She had a whole plan in her head. All right, so I'm gonna stay with no matter what bike run down. I'm gonna stay with this bike while you go. I'm like, you gonna be on the side of the road. I mean, she had a whole scenario, but I just kept on telling her we gonna make it. I was confident. Anytime she asked me, I was very confident we was gonna make it. Now, up on my bike in my head, I wasn't that confident. I was like, please, Lord, don't let us run out of gas back here.
Yeah. So y'all end up. Where did you end up finding gas at? You found it was on the other side of Ozona?
In Bakersfield.
Yeah.
I don't think this gas station was even on the map, because when we were getting ready to run out, he tried to like look on the map and he's like, I don't see nothing out here.
Nothing in Fort Stockton. Even when I pulled it up on a little app to tell me the nearest gas station, it said Fort Stockton. But
the best app to have out there. And D-Bell, man, some of the guys who are rocking with us this evening, man, y'all let me know, chime in, please. I think iExit is probably about the best gas station app that you can have out there.
Okay.
Most of the guys that are doing this cross-country run, a lot of them, you know, a lot of the G's out there using the iExit app. So if you're getting ready to do this 10 run, man, do yourself a favor, go to the Apple store or the Android store, whichever one you use, and download iExit, man. Those gas station stops are pretty up to date, and it's to the point. You know, everybody speaks very high level. Yeah.
Very crucial.
Very crucial.
Yes.
Hey, we almost would have had a throwdown on the side of the highway, but they were saved, man. God looks after us.
Man,
he's definitely on our side. You finna get that business. I'm just telling you that.
Yes,
okay, so we get in, we make it to Tucson.
No.
Okay.
We was doing good. You know, we went through El Paso. El Paso has a tremendous amount of construction on I-10 right now. It's terrible.
It's horrible.
You know, I don't think it even matters what time of day you go through there. It's just there's no fast way through there. So we stopped at Barry Harley there, you know, checked out there because I always wanted to check out that Harley too.
Yeah, that's Barnett Harley Davidson. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we pushed on from there. The weather was great. Everything was great that day because, you know, it's a long day, but we're going. Once we left El Paso, we went back an hour, you know, so we heading towards Tucson. We know by the time we got to Tucson, it's probably going to go back another hour. So that's like, gives us like 2 more hours of daylight.
Yeah. So
we're making it. And then we probably get maybe 3 hours from Tucson. We wasn't that far in the New Mexico. I can't remember exactly where we was at, but when we stopped at the store, she looked and she was like, hey, your tire look a little low. Sure enough, put the thing on there. It didn't have 7 pounds of pressure in it. You know what I'm saying? So as I looked down there, you could hear the air coming out of. I remember I had a tire plug kit.
Is this where we at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's where we at.
Okay. Yeah, life was lifing.
Yes.
So what you doing? What you doing? Looking down at your shoes, make sure you scuff up your shoes.
No, actually, right now I think I was
dusty.
I was dusty.
Oh, you was
really dusty in this area.
Yeah. You had to get on the ground.
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah. You get dirty with it.
Yeah. So, hey, sometimes you have to pull out them skills.
I didn't have any skills. That was my first time ever plugging the
Plugging
tire.
the tire.
Yeah.
So let me say this. I'm saying you got D bags on it, right? You got stretch bags on it, right?
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay, so did you have to take the bags off to plug that tire?
Nah,
Or you
I
just,
have an Ultra, so my bike sit up 2 inches higher than a regular Road Glide.
okay, cool. How difficult was it plugging that tire on the side of the road?
It was just stressful because I didn't know what I was doing. So, I was scared I'd mess it up or that we were just gonna be stuck right there. So if you take that part out of, and I just relaxed, it wasn't that bad. I watched a YouTube video, you know what I'm saying? YouTube University.
Shout out to YouTube University. Yeah.
Yes, I watched it to bring back the memory of it, not memory of it, but knowledge of it. And I did it, and thank God it worked. It held, didn't drop not 1 pound of pressure ever. So
just that simple, huh? Truth be told, man, I've never had to plug a tire, but I've always thought about that. I've seen a lot of YouTube where guys plug it. Oh man, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. But you don't know till you know.
Yeah.
You don't know till you know.
When you don't know, you're nervous about it.
Yeah, especially when you're side of the highway and cars are screaming past you at 80 miles an hour, and you got the stress of fatigue and the heat or the cold on it. So shout out to you, man. You made it look very easy. I remember when you went through what you went through, and you had a tire, you had an air compressor on the road, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
shout out to every rider. You guys tell me, do you suggest that for every rider to have an air compressor with you?
Yes. And a tire plug kit. Yes.
And a tire plug kit. And if you don't know how to use it, use YouTube, man. YouTube University is going to put you on game.
I will say the only thing when it comes to the tire air pressure thing that we left the charger. So we had enough to get us aired up. But then after that, we'd have been stuck out. So we were prepared, but not 100% prepared. But it was able to get the tire plugged up.
So you got enough to get air and to get to where you need to go at least.
Yeah. And at this time, we were lucky. We were actually stopped at a store. We was like, okay, he doesn't like to eat when we're out on the road. And I'm like, let's stop, get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So we can get our blood sugar back up. And as we're sitting there, this is when I noticed, hey, that tire looks kind of low. And yeah, it was definitely low.
So good thing you guys did stop.
Yes.
Yeah. You did stop because you probably wouldn't have called it until the last minute.
Yes.
And that's what I was suggesting. Well, maybe before I go on another long run, we'll make sure I have is the little tire sensor so I can have it mounted somewhere on the front of my bike so I can see when I'm losing air, because it was real windy that day, so we pushing, and I slowed down a couple of clicks on the cruise control because a few times I got a little bit of a wobble, and I'm thinking maybe it's just the wind, but what it was is my tire pressure down at 7 pounds of pressure. We got blessed once again that day. Anything could have happened going around these curves doing the higher rate of speed and whatnot. So but I would suggest that to anybody. I mean, some of the newer bikes, it comes with the little tire TPMS or whatever.
The limits, the newer limits, I think normally 23 and better come with a TPMS system on the infotainment. But even then, that doesn't necessarily always save you, man. You still have to have a manual tire pressure gauge on the bike with you at all times, because TPMS acts real nutty sometimes. So I always tell people to have both.
Yeah. And we were checking the tires every morning before we left. Like that was one thing. We get up each morning, give the bikes a look around to make sure everything was good. So he had to have caught the nail that day because it was leaking. It was definitely leaking out.
Yeah. I think not only that, a tire repair kit. Shout out to Jimmy, man, out of Virginia. Jimmy actually had a repair on the road. Was the stem, the tire gauge, the tire. What am I talking about?
Valve stem.
Yeah, valve stem. And he actually had a repair kit for the valve stem.
Oh wow!
And God bless him, man. He actually demonstrated that thing to us on Facebook Live when he did it. It was his first time ever doing it, man. He did it. It was like 1, 2, 3 ABC. So those are two big things, man, that are essential. And a tire stem kit is just a couple dollars. It's not that big of a deal, but it'll save you a tow. It will save you a tow, and a tow is a lot of dollars. I don't care where you're being towed to. Is that Is that yeah, y'all agree with that, fam?
Oh yeah, especially in the middle of nowhere, they're gonna charge you even more.
Big time. So we get the tire repaired, and we soldier on. Where did we end up stopping that day?
So we knew we were not going to make it to Tucson because the sun started dropping. So I believe we stopped in Wilcox.
Yep.
Yeah, Wilcox. We thought we were going to stop in Bowie because I got on the Google and looked up hotels. It said there were hotels in Bowie, but we got there. There was a beef jerky store.
That's all you can do.
I remember beef jerky store. I went there. It was beef jerky and gas, right?
We did too.
It's the only damn thing out there, and then it's way on the other side of the highway on the northern side.
You gotta like back to get to.
Oh yeah. You said, where the hell am I going?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
but it was getting dark, so we were like, we got to get a hotel room, and so they were like, oh, 20 minutes down the road. I'm like, well, shoot, we almost to where we wanted to go, but it was getting dark. So we was like, we'll just go to the next town over, which was Wilcox. And so we stayed in Wilcox for the night. So it set us back an hour than what we wanted to for the next day.
Okay. So we stop in Wilcox. We shut it on down because we get smart. AAA will tow up to 200 miles, D-Bell said. We wasn't doing no towing, D-Bell. We were going to soldier on. Because we got them coins and we're gonna save them on Harley gear. So we get to Wilcox, we bed on down, we get up. So at this point, I want to say maybe 600 from LA, from Santa Monica.
It's Wednesday morning when we get up.
Yeah.
So
so we push on. So
Day four.
Okay, day 4. What was the leg? How far did we go on day 4?
So originally the plan would have been from Tucson to Santa Monica, but of course we didn't make it to Tucson. So we went from Wilcox to Santa Monica.
Okay. So what do we see going through Phoenix and crossing the California line? Any issues, anything we need to talk about?
We see traffic going through Phoenix, of course. A lot of it.
Okay.
We got wind.
I don't know why these people wasn't at work. Like, for real. A lot of traffic in Phoenix. I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But
we made it through Phoenix. Go ahead.
And at this point, were we splitting lanes? Because Arizona now we can split lanes in Arizona. Did we have to do it?
We didn't know Arizona had passed that law.
Yeah, yes, sir. They passed it last year.
But it wasn't too bad to where we felt like we needed to split lanes. Like we didn't have to sit in traffic. It was moving, and then we hopped in the HUV lane for some of that also.
Okay.
It was windy though. I think we had wind from Texas on through New Mexico, through Arizona, all the way to California. It was windy the whole time.
Very windy out there, yeah. Very windy. Yeah. If you were on a street glide, that's right. Both of you guys had road glides, right?
Road glides to the front, baby.
Yeah, because if you on a street glide, that wind will give you the business. It really will give you the business. So what I'm looking here, were you guys, where were we at when here? Where were we at? Were we in Arizona at this point, or was this Texas?
That's Arizona. That's after we plugged the tire.
Okay, bet. Okay.
We kept on pushing after we plugged it.
Okay. So we get down.
Trying to beat that sunset.
Okay, facts. It gets dark out there, am I right?
Yeah, dark and cold.
Okay. So, let's take it in from Kelly. Okay, so now we make it to Santa Monica Pier. How we feeling? How's everything at this point?
Well, we didn't just make it there, just
let's talk about it.
Dumpty like that.
Well, let's
it's a little
talk about
adversity before you make it there.
Yeah,
so I said it's a little adversity before you make it there.
Let's talk about the adversity. I like bad stuff. Let's talk about the bad stuff.
It wasn't even that bad. It's just what is it? Desert Palm Springs or whatever it is in California.
Palm Springs.
Where they got them big old windmills everywhere.
Yeah, the wind turbines. Yeah.
Hey,
yes,
that's a good location for them wind turbines because Lord, that wind
treacherous coming through there, ain't it?
Hey, we came through sideways for about an hour through there.
Yeah.
Like at first she was like, the windmills are pretty up there in the mountains, but then she realized that if you sit in windmills, you feeling wind.
Bruh.
So yeah, she's tired of sitting in windmills.
Yeah. They pretty at first when you look at it, you're like, God dang it, man. And those things are so damn big.
Yeah.
You know, in the wind, like you said, as you're coming in and out, the canyons, those winds are kicking it, man.
Yeah.
You know,
kicking. And it was a storm that day too. So we had the dark weather over top of us and all that. You know, we didn't catch no rain right there, but we had the storm system above us. So probably making it even more windy at that time.
You were rocking them road glides. That's the best you're gonna get in that. That's the best you're gonna get in that. Let's see.
Yeah.
What did D-Bell say? When I see windmills, I start to pray.
Man, yes.
Hey, they there for a reason. They're there for a reason. Man. It's a good spot. It's gonna be windy there.
Man, that ain't no joke, man. I'm just telling you, for us East Coast guys, we don't see stuff like that, man. Windmills and all that kind of stuff. So when we get out of California, no matter how many times you go out there, you know, I've gone out there 5 times in a row here recently, man, and you never get used to it. It's just a weird thing. It's mesmerizing, but it's a weird thing, man. So, you know, and that goes to show they didn't put those windmills there for a reason. They put them there for a reason because it's really windy in that area. Is that true, fam? Y'all agree with that?
Oh,
Definitely.
Okay. Well, let's talk about navigating through LA traffic. When did you come through LA? Was it during the evening time?
So when we got to Cali, you know, we were thinking sunny California. You know, it never rains in Southern California. So we are looking for that type of weather when we got there, and we never found it. So it was cold and it was raining in California when we got there. So it was dark when we got down to Santa Monica. They actually had a lot of stuff shut down because they were worried about mudslides.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had to navigate through that part of it, and then we got down to Santa Monica, and it wasn't too bad down there getting to the sign, but it was still cold and wet.
And dark.
and dark.
And dark. Yeah, I mean,
I'm riding in dark, especially dark and rain.
Yeah, I'm sitting at work, and I'm telling the wife, I'm saying, okay, they 2 hours out, they an hour out, and you guys show up, and as you guys can see on the screen, man, they're smiling. Life is good. They'd have made it to California I-8, they'd have made it Santa Monica Pier. So I'm gonna let the wife come back home, man, and I need y'all to tell me the feeling that you had when you made it to the Santa Monica sign, man. Was it relief? Was it joy? Was it, man, we're the baddest couple on the planet. What was the feeling, man? Take it away from there.
Okay, so we get there, and I don't know, again, we hadn't eaten much that day. Our blood sugars were still probably a little bit low, so we were having a little bit of navigational issues, even though we pulled, I think, right to the dang on sign. But for some reason, we're like, it just can't be that easy. Like, we didn't just pull like right here to it. So we kind of like rode around for a little bit. Now, you probably saw that if you were tracking us during that time frame. And it was wet down there, and we had to come out of this little parking lot area that had like these spikes coming out the parking lot. So I was like, oh my gosh, like,
really?
What are we? Yes, it was an adventure to find the sign, okay, to get back to it.
Because see, you get confused because when you come into Santa Monica Pier, you don't understand it's not right there at you.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes.
You would think, you know, your natural mindset is I finished 10, and because you see the end of the highway sign, and then there's nothing.
Yes.
And then you get in there and you go through the little small a block or two, but the pier sits back from the intersection, so it's not like a big blazing sign to tell you the pier. Am I correct?
Correct.
And then all of a sudden you see this pier on the right side, on the west side, and then you're like, okay, what do I do from there? Did y'all bring your bikes right up next to the sign and on the right hand side and pretended like you didn't know better?
No.
Or y'all parked?
We didn't park in like a parking spot. I just kind of pulled into, I think where some buses pull into.
Okay.
We parked right there. Nobody gave us any problems.
Yeah, they normally don't.
Yeah.
Only thing I worry about at night leaving my bike is, it's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, we were not
Yeah.
far. They were still in eyesight. We could still see the bikes from
Okay.
where we parked at. But
Oh,
once we got there, it was, of course, you get that feeling of relief. We made it. We did it. Check that off
facts.
of our list, and so it was an amazing feeling once we got there.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. So this last segment, let's do this. Okay, so now we're talking rider 294, 295. Let's give him a Don DeMarco. Hey man, they did their thing. There was a couples edition fire, and Ice Man went from some Killeen, Texas area to Jacksonville that didn't count, and then had to go from Jacksonville to Santa Monica Pier, and then oh by the way, they had to go back from Santa Monica Pier back to home that didn't count. But they did their thing, man. They shared. They showed us their foggy, wet episodes. They showed us their cold episodes. They showed us the episodes when they was trying to go tank for tank. They were showing it all. So, family, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Last segment. Let's talk about takeaways. What did you take away from this trip, and what would you like to share with us? So we're going to go ahead and do ladies first. So if you don't mind, Foxy, we'll let you go ahead and let us know how you feel and what was your takeaway from this ride.
Okay. So my takeaway from this ride is the fact that I was very proud of myself that I did it, that I accomplished it. When you were riding down I-10 and you see an exit that goes back towards your house and you're closer to home than where you're going, like that, it takes a lot to keep going. And when you're out here riding this motorcycle, like it's a mental game, and you have to be definitely mentally prepared for it. So what I ultimately took away is the fact that every time I get out here, it makes me a better rider. And I enjoy getting better each time that I'm out there. I'm out there able to see things that, you're not going to see here in Texas. So I say my takeaway is it made me a better rider because it put me in these different stressful situations, and I was able to push through and to know that I can handle most of what we had to go through.
You handled it all. You made it.
I
Right on. You did your thing. Hey, Tank say change your name to Rain and Wind, right? Hey, right on, man. Right on. Hey, what you got, Red? What you got, Howard? Talk to me.
Takeaways for me is that just because you see a lot of folks do it, don't mean it's easy.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say you finna go from here to there or whatever, but when you do it, and those the day after day is what gets you. One day ain't nothing, but by day 4 or 5, your body's feeling it. So for us, my main thing, we had no plan until we planned it. We didn't leave here going to Jacksonville and say, all right, we're going to stay here this night, here that night. We literally went by how our bodies felt. And so that was a day 3 or day 2 when I said we're going to go all the way to Tucson from Baton Rouge. Yeah. We ended up making that our shortest day, but we got a lot more rest. We felt better, recharged, and we did the ride. It's not a race, A lot of people might think it's a race or about how many miles you do a day. We did it in 4 days, and we didn't kill ourselves. That was the main thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make her just try to keep up with me. I let her, I'm going with my wife. I'm not going with my friends.
Right.
All that's totally different. I'm not riding with my boys, the club, or nothing like that. I'm riding with my wife. So for me, any husband and wife is going out there, you know your wife. If you know she's getting a little cranky this day, or she's not her normal self, don't try to push her.
Don't push it. Yeah.
So
don't push it.
That's my main thing for anyone. You could do it, but don't try to kill yourself doing it. Plus, we knew we still had a lot of miles to get back home when we got to our goal. Our goal is to get back home. That was just a temporary goal when we got there. So, other than that, I mean, just not do it too much, too fast, too long of days. We actually really enjoyed it. I mean, we got blessed with the weather once we got out of Florida. We got a little bit of rain in California, right there getting in Santa Monica Pier, but other than that, we got blessed with the weather.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Man, you guys did awesome. You did an awesome ride. I thank you. I really, we laugh and we joke about this, but I like what you said, bro. You said it might look easy, but it's not easy. You know,
Not
and,
at
and,
all.
and that was really some of the part of why I came up with this whole social experiment anyway. Because I've seen so many times, man, we take a picture in front of the Texas sign, we take a picture in front of the New Mexico, the Utah sign, and that's 2 seconds of a smile versus 6 hours of misery. So,
Yeah.
so if we're going to promote this thing, man, we have to be honest with the people that are coming behind us. We have to give them the good, the bad, the ugly. And by doing this, man, we all make one another better motorcycle riders. And that's truly what the name of the game is, making us the best motorcycle riding community humanly possible, making people or giving people the opportunity to experience what you experience behind the handlebars of a motorcycle. And I would say this, man, for all my couples that are getting ready to make this ride, just like these two have done, this will test you guys.
Oh yes.
Is that fair, family? It will
yeah.
test you. It'll show you, are we good with our communication skills, or we need to go back home and work on them?
Yes.
Because when you're dealing with sleep deprivation, you're dealing with, like you said, low blood sugar because you've been out there being beaten up by the elements. When you're dealing with aches in the body, you ain't so patient. You have to think about what you say before you say it. Is that fair?
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely. And I think for us, one of the things that we do is after each long ride, we figure out how we can do it better the
Nice.
next time. You know,
Nice.
because that's what I told him. Like, okay, we got to take more time to eat the next time because we
Right
didn't
on.
eat much. So, like, each time we just want to do it better than the time before.
I love it. So, family, let's do this. How do people get a hold of you guys? How do we follow you guys? I know y'all got this fancy YouTube channel going. Let's talk about it a little bit. What is that about?
Okay, so we have Fire and Ice Chronicles, and what it is about is just us. It's us out riding these motorcycles. We try to document, you know, each trip that we go on, whether it be a long trip or a short trip. We have a few DIY things. We're not mechanics. We can fix some stuff. Mr. Fix It here can almost fix anything. And so, you know, that's just us out there just being our authentic selves out here on the road. And we just like to share our journey with everyone. So you can find us on Fire and Ice Chronicles. We are on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Yep, right there behind us. We're on Facebook. This journey will be documented. I'm working on that right now. That's coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. There is so much that we didn't talk about that you will find inside the Chronicles of Fire and Ice.
And it's the behind the scenes. So we got riders 294 and 295. Let's do this real quick. Hey, man, they did their thing. Thank you guys for caring enough to share your ride with us. I promise you, we are better motorcycle riders today because of people like you willing to share your experience in real time with us. So with that being said, thank you so much. Any last words before we shut this feed down? Because we've gone way too long. Any last words at all?
I would just say, if you have ever thought about doing it, just make the time and do it. You never know if you can accomplish it until you actually just get out there and try it.
That's what's up. All right. Hey, man, thank you guys, and God bless. And y'all have a good night. Y'all get some sleep because I know y'all got to go to the job because they got fancy motorcycles. I'm going to tell y'all that now. So thank you, fam. God bless, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, man, there you have it. Riders 294 and 295, man. It's the Fire and Ice Chronicles, man. We have my man Redeye and his wife Foxxy, man, just finished the I-10 to the end. Been home a little over a week, man. And they're back on the road riding their motorcycles, doing their thing. Also, let's do this real quick, man, for my riders to get ready to come up. Starting on the 26th, we get out the gate, man. They ain't playing. Please prepare yourself. Please go over the YouTube videos and review the videos. There's a lot of information out there. Use the information. We want to be safe on the road. We want to do the right thing at all times. Double check, cross check your motorcycles. Make sure your ESP is up to date. Make sure your AAA or whatever recovery towing package that you have is up to date. Make sure your wheel and tire package is good to go. Make sure you brought out your heated suit. Oh, yeah, you're going to still need your heated suit. It's still cold. Make sure your heated suit is working. Make sure that your tire compressor works. Make sure your battery charge is working. Make sure all your equipment is fully operational. Don't get out there and get treated like a sucker because you had to check your gear before you took off to go on the road. Last but not least, make sure you're getting your sleep. Make sure your diet is on plan. Make sure you're getting yourself hydrated. Make sure you're doing all the things that you need to do as far as mechanically on the motorcycle, physically on your body, financially, and for emergencies. Prepare yourself. But I've learned the more you prepare for things like this, the least things happen. It doesn't guarantee nothing's ever going to happen, but it mitigates risk. So God bless. We're ready to go for my riders that are coming across the gate, and also for the ones who are looking at registering for the ride. Please hit the link. The link is in this YouTube. It's in the description in this YouTube, as well as on the Facebook group page. Iron Elite, home of the Ground Pounders reunion. Iron Elite, home of the Titan Award. We're very responsible about what we do. You need to review everything. We have quite a bit of resources on that YouTube channel, quite a bit of resources on the Facebook page, because we want to make sure that we're safe. As the couple said today, it might look easy, but folks, it is not easy. You have to prepare yourself. Every ride, even for my riders who've been across the country before, every ride is different. So you have to prepare every time like it's the first time. So I think we've been on here a while now. I've been on almost some 90 minutes. So, man, I appreciate you guys for coming on and rocking with me today. Appreciate the Bells, man. Appreciate Tank for coming on with us. Appreciate Breezy Does It. Those guys who rock with us from the beginning to the end. Appreciate everybody who came and supported the channel. And if you enjoy the channel, please reach up and hit a like, man, on the like button. It doesn't cost you a dime. And also, if you've been here once, twice before, man, please reach up and subscribe to the channel. So each and every time we go live, or we have fresh footage or fresh videos, you'll get it on your notifications. And if you really, really like what you see, share it with a friend, man. Share the YouTube channel with a friend. We're doing this, man. We give you guys great content. And all we ask is just a couple of things, man. If you like what you see, support what we do. If you like what you see, share it with others. And we'll appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Kodak the Ground Pounder, man. Appreciate you, my guy. I'll be seeing you guys with Soldiers United soon. Soldiers United coming through this bad boy. And also, I'll see the soldiers up in Georgia in June, man, rocking it at the Mother Chapter, man. So God bless to everybody who came on. We appreciate you guys. The sky's the limit, and keep it motorcycling. Shout out to Bolo, man. Appreciate you, brothers. So in the meantime and in between time, man, y'all keep it motorcycling. You dig?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live on the Honestly Podcast. Well, my man, Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycle. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
Hey y'all, it's Snacks reminding you to tune in to the Iron Elite Podcast. You dig?
This is the Mileage Bully, the Motomob CEO in New York, 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite Podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
Hey now, it's your girl Piper, the 2025 Iron Elite Female Titan, and you're now tuned in to Sarge on Iron Elite Podcast Show, home of the Ground Pounders reunion and the Coast to Coast run, the social experiment, where motorcycling is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You dig? Now like, share, subscribe, and follow for all things motorcycling, and I'll see you on the sled.
What's good, people? This is Reef UK Solos, official Foxxy, the 2025 Titan. Coming to you from Big Sergeant's Iron Elite Podcast. Need y'all to like, subscribe, and share. And tune in to stay abreast of all the latest Iron Elite news.
Hey, it's your boy Low Key. Y'all know I roll with Big Sergeant Iron Elite, home of the Titan Award and the Ground Pounder Family Reunion. Each one teach one. You dig?
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.